Hey everyone, it's Josiah here and I'm back with another video for you guys. Today I'll be reviewing episode 371 and this episode is called The Hole. Now this episode has a pretty good start to it. It starts off with Naruto and the allied shinobi force standing together and basically Obito is kind of talking to Naruto, and Naruto's like, I don't want to cut off my bonds with anyone. And I really found that kind of touching in this episode. And there's a lot of stuff to get into, a lot of juicy and good parts of this episode. I was super excited to get into this episode, so let's get into it, shall we? Before we continue this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and also subscribe to Curtin Amin's channel, Play DJ 102 Dude Play Night, and Froggy Roblox. Please subscribe to their channels, guys, and I hope you enjoy this video. So let's get on with it. Let's continue. So as I said earlier on in this episode, Naruto and the allied shinobi force are standing tall together, and Naruto loses a lot of chakra in this episode. Even the Ninetales says, like, are you okay? Like, you're losing a lot of chakra. And I like how Naruto still tries to protect the allied shinobi force, even though, he doesn't have a lot of chakra left with his Cubio cloak. It's protecting all of the allied shinobi forces. So I really like how he's still trying, but he's also like really exhausted and tired. So I kind of like the concept of that. And this episode is called Hole, and I really didn't enjoy this episode. This is gonna be the final part for today. Maybe tomorrow I'll upload another one, but don't be sure that I will, because I'm tired and there's so much stuff I gotta do. Anyway, this episode starts off with Madara and Obito both using their styles of the fire fireball jutsu on the allied shinobi force. Obviously Naruto protects them with his Cubio cloak, and he gets a little more drained by that. And I like how Naruto kind of gives Obito a speech like, I'm not giving up on my comrades, giving up on your comrades is not my way, that's not my ninja way. I liked how Naruto did that. I really much enjoyed that part of the episode. And also the Ten Tails is kind of on a rampage, and Obito mentions that you cut off the connection with the Ten Tails and I, so I can't control the Ten Tails' chakra anymore. I really liked how that went about. I really did enjoy that part of the episode. And I also like how Naruto kind of says, just seeing his friends and his comrades here with him gives him like all the strength he needs to continue. And I like how Naruto kind of tries to swipe at Obito, but then he kind of uses his I think he uses the Mangekyo Sharingan, and then he goes to where Kakashi is, and he's like, you were ready, Kakashi, but so was I. And then they go back into this kind of like weird dimension thing, and then they kind of talk for a little bit, and Kakashi kind of like uses the Chidori, and Obito just walks right up to it, and then he's like, see, Kakashi, there's no heart there, there's no hole, and he's like, don't worry, this hole was created by this hell of a world, and he's like, but it could be fixed with my new reality, so. And then Kakashi just swipes away. He's like, you're really gonna forget about the past, you're really gonna forget about Ren, and he brings up a good statement and says like, she's dead and you're still alive, so. And Obito doesn't really say much, and then we kind of get a flashback of before Ran died, when they captured her, because when they put the Ten Tails Jinchuriki inside of her, and when they captured her and all that kind of story. I found that kind of like fillerish, but I still enjoyed it. And then it pans later on down in the episode. Kakashi is kind of talking to Obito a little bit about that too, and saying, the hole could be filled with all your comrades, people that you trust and who you care about, like Naruto. I really did enjoy that part of the episode as well. I really did enjoy that. Now, my ratings for this episode would be a simple, easy 9% out of 10, because this episode was really good. And the Ten Tails goes on the loose, and he just starts screaming, kind of does like a little scream. I wouldn't really call it like screaming, but like some kind of like scream. And then it just, and obviously Naruto tries to protect the allied shinobi force once again from that attack. and Naruto gets damaged, and he's like, he gets half of his kind of sweater gets ripped off and all that, and like he's bleeding a little bit from the side here, blood's dripping down his temple, the side of his face. So and he's lost his Cubio cloak, he's lost his energy, and like everyone's kind of losing hope. But then eventually, Sakura comes in and heals Naruto, and Naruto's like, we're not giving up, And that's basically where this episode ends. Not really much else happens. I thought, when I first originally watched this episode, guys, I thought that, I thought that the fourth Hokage or the Hokage would arrive on the battlefield. I don't remember them arriving in this episode, but I'm sure that next episode they will arrive. All in all, I really didn't like this episode. For the beginning of this episode, you saw what happened with Naruto and the Allied Shinobi Force, and then basically to the middle, close to the end, we saw basically Obito and Kakashi kind of talking, not really fighting, but they were kind of like talking and kind of fighting at the same time with words. So I really enjoyed that as well. So I found that like really enjoyable, top notch. The animation was really good, as I said in my last two videos. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the last two episodes, the animation was pretty sloppy, guys. The animation was pretty sloppy, but this one, they fixed it right up. They got the animation really nice. And I wonder what's gonna become of Naruto and the, Allied Shinobi Force. And once Naruto, powered down, the Kyuubi cloak disappeared. And even Choji goes on to say, like, if Naruto didn't protect them, they would have been, like, done for. They would have been dead. So I really liked how Choji mentioned that and acknowledged Naruto, kind of, in a way, I guess. I really did like this episode. My thoughts on the episode, it was really good, as I said. Not too much happens that is too important, other than Obito and Kakashi kind of have a real talk about Ran. Up until now, they haven't really been talking that much. And, Obito's just like, I don't have any more feelings anymore. Kind of like that. He's kind of been acting like that, Obito. And so I'm kind of curious of what we're going to get, what we're going to see in the next couple of episodes, And so, hopefully, soon, the help will arrive. And Sasuke's going to be there, too. I wonder how Naruto's going to take that. Obviously, I already watched these episodes, but like rewatching them, I'm kind of excited for that as well. I just really wanted to upload this today, guys. This is gonna be my third and final review for the day. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Not much else to say, but there's a few key parts that I didn't really like. Why did Obito? Why did Obito kind of look a little weird? I don't know. It's kind of weird to me. I don't know why. All of a sudden he wants this new world. I kind of didn't agree with that. I didn't agree with that. So when Kakashi swiped away like the past Ran and the past Obito, I like that, because like, now all of a sudden you're talking about the past and you want to make a better future before you're like, I didn't care about the past, kind of, Obito. So a lot of interesting stuff happened in this episode. I really did like this episode. I know I'm missing out on a few key parts, guys, but I didn't want to give you guys, as I said, the last two videos. I don't want to give you guys the whole synopsis of the story, because that'll kind of be spoiling it for people who haven't watched the episode. This is going to be a review for people who have watched the episode. That's why. But a lot of stuff happened in this episode. I really did like this. I was so happy once I saw this episode, and I'm so happy now getting to review this to you guys and sharing my opinion on this. In my opinion, just that little part with Obito kind of pissed me off, but otherwise, everything else was drawn perfectly. Everything else was good. The coloring was good. So yeah, Naruto lost his chakra. No, he didn't lose his chakra, but he, powered down, because like he's used a lot of chakra, especially during this fight, And I wonder what's gonna happen to the Ten Tails. Ten Tails is powering up too. This episode ends exactly with the Ten Tails, kind of powering up and transforming again. So I wonder what's gonna happen. is the Ten-Tails gonna destroy the Allied Shinobi Force, because it's on a rampage now. They can't really control it anymore, and now Kakashi is stuck kind of in this other realm, as mentioned, with Obito now. So I'm kind of wondering what's gonna happen next. Anyway, we'll find out next episode. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe to Christian That Means channel and play DJ 102 Dude, Play Night, and Froggy Roblox. I left the the name of the YouTubers that I just mentioned, my friends' YouTube channels, in the first video I made, episode 369. So check it out in the description. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. And hopefully, maybe tomorrow or the day after, I'll upload another one. Alright, guys.